We have major news right now. The United States of America under Donald Trump is engaged in one of the biggest foreign policy blunders and scandals in recent history. And the entire world is confused, is laughing at us because Donald Trump and this White House have caused immense chaos over a supposed peace plan in Ukraine. And as of this morning, foreign leaders like Poland's prime minister do not know how to react to any peace plan because they don't know who wrote it, whether the Russian government or the American government. And I have everything that you need to know about because, folks, right now, this is absolute chaos. Even Republicans inside the United States of America are calling on people to be fired immediately. So, like, comment, share, and subscribe because I'm going to break down everything that happened over the past 4 days, but especially over the past 12 hours. As you all know, there is a 28-point peace plan floating around. That 28-point peace plan was supposedly Donald Trump's plan. According to Axios, it was Trump's plan. It was 28 points of how to achieve peace in Ukraine. Earlier this week, Donald Trump embraced this plan. J.D. Vance embraced this plan. Both of them essentially gave Ukraine a deadline of Thursday, of Thanksgiving, to accept this plan. Now, there was mass outrage over this plan. Why? Because it would have required Ukraine to give up significant parts of its territory, significant territorial concessions, including parts of eastern Ukraine that Russia hasn't even occupied. There are parts that they've been fighting over that's still contested territory. This plan would have given Russian recognition over contested territory. That was a non-starter for Ukraine. And so as a result of Donald Trump embracing this plan, Ukraine's President Zelensky put out a statement earlier this week saying this is one of the darkest days for Ukraine, saying that we may lose American support, essentially saying that this is all but over because of the pressure being put on Ukraine to accept this plan. Come to find out, this plan was actually likely just written by Russia, a Russian wish list fed to Axios. Axios then labeled it as Trump's plan, even though it likely wasn't Trump's plan. It was a Russian wish list. Trump then embraced this plan, and then Ukraine almost fell because of it. So let's start with the Axios report. Barack Ravid earlier this week said, "Scoop, the United States is secretly drafting a new plan to end the Ukraine war." Okay, that's the 28-point plan. Look at this reply. It's from Steve Witkoff. Steve Witkoff is Donald Trump's chief negotiator in all things Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Gaza, and more. Read what he had to say. Quote, "He must have got this from K." Now, this reply has since been deleted. Who is K? K is referring to Kirill Dmitrov, the head Russian negotiator in all of this. Witkoff accidentally posted this publicly when he should have been sending it privately as a private DM. That's why he deleted it. Why? Because he is admitting that Barack Ravid likely got this from a Russian source. Okay? When we all saw that, we were like, oh, this is a little weird. But now let's take the next step. Yesterday, Secretary of State Marco Rubio called Senator Mike Rounds, a Republican from South Dakota, and other senators and told them that this plan wasn't drafted by the United States, it was drafted by Russia.
Senator Shaheen mentioned that Secretary Rubio did make a phone call to us this afternoon. I think he made it very clear to us that we are the recipients of a proposal that was delivered to one of our representatives. It is not our recommendation. It is not our peace plan. It is a proposal that was received, and as an intermediary, we have made arrangements to share it, and we did not release it. It was leaked. It was not released by our members or our representatives. So as we move through on this thing here.
So he's saying that this is not an American plan, and he's backed up by Senator Angus King, an independent senator.
This has been an extraordinary weekend, both because of the sessions that we've had with people from all over the world, but also because of the communication, as was mentioned today, from Secretary Rubio and the leaked 28-point plan which, according to Secretary Rubio, is not the administration's position. It is essentially the wish list of the Russians that is now being presented to the Europeans and to the Ukrainians. It does provide a guideline to try to narrow the issues between Ukraine and Russia. And the encouraging thing to me is that the administration is not attempting to negotiate this agreement unilaterally, but indeed is in close consultation in the next few days with.
So you had a Republican, now you have an independent, and you even have a Democrat confirming this as well.
Throughout the weekend, I have made it clear that I believe this is a Russian proposal. I hope that tomorrow's negotiations in Geneva focus on a real framework for negotiation that guarantees an outcome that benefits Ukraine rather than Russia. I think any real peace plan needs to be sustainable and backed by Ukraine's government and its people. It should be developed in full consideration and consultation with our allies who are going to help guarantee a ceasefire and any long-term peace deal. It should include meaningful security guarantees that assure Ukraine and our allies on the continent.
So that's a Democrat saying it. 3 senators, a Republican, an independent, and a Democrat, all saying Secretary Rubio told us this is a Russian plan. Okay? Let's look at this. This is Tommy Pigott, the deputy spokesperson for the State Department. This is blatantly false. As Secretary Rubio and the entire administration has consistently maintained, this plan was authored by the United States with input from both the Russians and the Ukrainians. There are several issues with the statement. First, he's calling all of these senators liars. He's saying they're all lying when Secretary Rubio told them it was not an American plan. Second, he's saying that this was authored by input from the Russians and Ukrainians. The Ukrainians had no input in this. In fact, they said that publicly. They did not author this 28-point peace plan because they would not give up territory to Russia, territory that Russia isn't even occupying. And well, it's caused chaos worldwide. Look at this from the Prime Minister of Poland this morning. He doesn't know what to do. Together with the leaders of Europe, Canada, and Japan, we have declared our readiness to work on the 28-point plan despite some reservations. However, before we start our work, it would be good to know for sure who is the author of the plan and where was it created. And as one Republican, Don Bacon, in the United States said, some people better get fired on Monday for the gross buffoonery we just witnessed over the last 4 days. This hurt our country and undermined our alliances and encouraged our adversaries. This is the biggest foreign policy scandal that we have seen in recent memory, and everyone needs to know about it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Spread the word, and I'll see you soon.